Samir, I noticed you go to that small Middle Eastern food store all the time. What's so special about it?
Ah, Layla, it's not just about buying food. It's about reconnecting with my roots. The food here reminds me of home, of Cairo. You can't get the same spices or flavors at regular supermarkets. When I walk into that store, it feels like I'm back in Egypt.
That sounds really nice. What do you usually buy there?
I always stock up on dates. My family would eat them all the time. We have them with coffee or as a snack. It's a tradition, you know? And there's this spice mix called baharat that's used in a lot of Egyptian dishes, like stew and rice. I can only get it at this store.
I've heard about that spice mix. So it's not just the food, but the memories that are important to you?
Exactly. It's not just about eating, it's about preserving those connections to my culture. Even small things like the bread. It's different from the regular supermarket bread. It's baked in a traditional way, and when I eat it, I feel like I'm home again.
I see. So, do you meet others from your country at this store?
Yes, actually. Every time I go there, I bump into someone else from Egypt or the Middle East. It's almost like a little community. We talk about food, family, news from home. It helps to feel that sense of belonging, especially when you're far from your country.
That's really beautiful, Samir. It must make you feel less homesick.
It does. The food is just one part of it, but the sense of familiarity, of meeting people who share the same culture, it's comforting.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to discuss the global impact of fast food chains and how they are affecting our cultural identities. As you're all aware, fast food has become ubiquitous worldwide. From the United States to Europe, Asia, and even Africa, it's nearly impossible to walk down a street without encountering a fast food restaurant. But what does this mean for the cultures in which these fast food chains are introduced? On the surface, fast food seems like a convenient solution to busy lifestyles. It's cheap, quick, and often delicious. However, the deeper question is, what is being lost in the process? One of the main concerns raised by cultural anthropologists is that fast food chains contribute to the homogenization of food cultures. What do I mean by this? Well, when people around the world begin to rely on fast food for their meals, they stop preparing traditional dishes that were once passed down through generations. This results in a loss of diversity in food and, by extension, a loss of identity. Now let's talk about the impact on family meal times. In many cultures, the dinner table is a place for bonding, for sharing stories, and for connecting with family members. Fast food, by contrast, is often eaten alone or on the go. It's convenient, yes, but it doesn't foster the same kind of family interaction. Moreover, when we look at the marketing strategies of fast food companies, we see that they often target younger generations with advertisements that promote a uniform, globalized version of food. The result is that children in various parts of the world start to prefer fast food over traditional home-cooked meals. This, in turn, impacts their cultural identity. But this doesn't mean we can simply get rid of fast food. There's an undeniable demand for it, and it's integrated into modern life. What we need to focus on is finding a balance, embracing convenience while preserving traditional food cultures. Perhaps we can introduce healthier fast food options or try to make home-cooked meals more accessible. In conclusion, fast food chains are a powerful force in shaping modern society. They offer convenience, but they also challenge our cultural identities in ways we need to consider. The question is, can we find a way to maintain our cultural heritage in an increasingly fast-paced world?
Welcome back to Wellness Around the World. Today we're discussing the Okinawa diet, a way of eating that has contributed to the longest life expectancy in the world. We're joined by Dr. Hiroshi Takeda, a nutrition expert who has studied the Okinawa diet for over 20 years. Dr. Takeda, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to talk about such an important aspect of Okinawan culture.
To start, could you explain what the Okinawa diet consists of?
Certainly. The Okinawa diet is primarily plant-based, with a focus on vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Tofu is a staple, as is sweet potato, which is often used in place of rice. Okinawans also eat small portions of fish, and meat is consumed only occasionally.
How does this diet contribute to their longevity?
Yes, the concept of moderation is key. The Okinawa diet is low in calories, but high in nutrients. which supports a healthy immune system and protects against chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. The abundance of antioxidants from vegetables and soy products is believed to slow down the aging process. But it's not just the food, it's the lifestyle. Okinawans tend to live active lives, and their sense of community is also very strong.
How do the Okinawan people view their diet in relation to their identity?
The Okinawa diet is deeply connected to their cultural identity. It's a symbol of their respect for nature and their ancestors. The food they eat is often grown locally, and many traditional recipes have been passed down for generations. It's a reflection of their values: moderation, balance, and harmony with the environment. The diet is not just about physical health, it's about maintaining a cultural connection to their history and way of life.
That's fascinating. So would you say that the Okinawa diet is more than just a way to live longer? Is it a way of life?
Absolutely. It's a lifestyle choice that encompasses their food, physical activity, and social connections. For Okinawans, the diet is a vital part of who they are and how they see the world.